Hello, we're doing a 2014 Cayman S front brake pads and rotor change today. So you can see I have my car jacked up. So I have jack stands on both sides. I have a floor jack. The jack point is right behind where the tow hook is. It's pretty solid. So this is an extra support. And then I've got the ramp that I use for other jobs here, just for extra safety. Okay, and then the other preparation step is open the brake reservoir. Mine wasn't full, so I didn't take anything out, and there's also a filter there. That's kind of a pain to get off, so I just stick a paper towel. I saw this from somebody else's video, and just it's just in case some little bit comes out, it will get absorbed, and I should be fine. And just in case some guys you don't know, this plastic piece has a hang thing, so you can just hang right up. I didn't know that until more recently. So here we go. Let's take a look at our setup here. Okay. I already disconnected the sensor. This is, I think, is this ABS sensor right here. Behind that's what's connected here, and the brake sensor, I believe, is right here. See how that's that was connected right there. You should be able to see very easily. And there's a hard line right here. That's a brake line, so be careful with that. Right behind brake sensor line, and make sure you don't twist that. And I just loosened this bolt, and yeah, that's where we are. Okay, so we use a this is a T55 hex driver, and these two bolts that come through here. I'm just bolted down here. Okay, I brought these two off. They're not too tight, and I got a hang cord to keep this from falling, but also got a box here to support it. You don't want this bracket to fall. I mean caliper to fall. And what I used was a back of a wooden hammer, and I just wedge in there and then push the pistons back. So the pads are still in here, old pads. So you just wiggle between the old pads and get it open. So there we are. Now we're ready to get these pads off, and this should become pretty easy because they're hanging right here. And we got these. We're gonna get these off too. And there's two screws right here, 1 and 2, and we should be able to get these off. All right, so we take the brake pads out, give it a nice little clean over there. Sorry, I'll just get my own way here. And you can see we're clean. This is my old and new brake pads. You can see the difference. Yeah, and these pads are original. So I have 32, almost 33,000 miles on them, and they're changing. Rotor's original too. And then I was about to take off the rotor, but I ran into a problem. You can see these two screws that are holding the rotor in place. If you use a regular screwdriver, you won't be able to get them off. Like you're gonna thread them. Okay, so you need an impact screwdriver. Okay, you got these at the local hardware store. It's called impact screwdriver. This is really important because then you just hit it with a hammer and it will just come off. I already loosened it. You can see these are definitely not easy to come off. All right, and yeah, next we're gonna take the rotor off and put a new rotor on and new pads on. Okay, we're at the passenger side now. So this is exactly the same, but just wanna kind of go through a few things. So this is, I can't remember what this is called, but I guess it's stud primer. This really helps when you take wheel on and off, and later, and then when we take this rotor off, and it makes it a lot easier too, so it won't just fall down. So this is excellent. I recommend this to anybody. Just get two. And you can see we disconnected the speed sensor, which is right there, and disconnected the brake sensor, which is right here, and see this brake sensor going to the brake pads. We can change a new one in a bit. And I'm loosening now these bolts on the caliper. You use a 55 T55 hex head to loosen these. It's now they're pretty tight, but not too hard to get loose. Okay, I got the old rotor off, the brake pads off, and notice I use a tandem tie to have some tension over calipers, it won't fall. I also have a toolbox down there, just the right height to support it. You don't want to put too much tension on the brake line here. So something interesting. So this is the old brake sensor that came off. The sensor wasn't only attached to the inside brake pads. It was here. Okay, and so the idea is when the pads wear down too much, this wire will break and trigger the sensor. So the one I bought from the dealership, the new sensor, it actually has two sensors, one on each brake pads. So I don't know if this, I guess the Stuttgart factory skimped on the sensor, or they use a different, I guess one sensor is enough on one side. But anyways, but this is the one that I bought from the dealership. I know some other videos say you don't really need a sensor, you just like kind of short circuit this. I mean that's fine if you keep with this vehicle forever. But I kind of like to do it the right way. But anyways, so I plan to have sensor on both sides, on both pads. And also I want to show you something also interesting. This is the OEM, I guess the old rotor that came off. You can see the outer half, it is thicker than the inner plate. You see that? And the one I bought off FCP Euro, it's the same thickness. And you can see this there. Okay, after cleaning, you see that metal clip is actually bronze color. It's all black, and it's now it's not like new, clean like new, but you know, I don't think, you know, a shop or dealership would do this. It took me like good 10 minutes to clean that up. I don't think you can spend that time to do that for you at a shop. Well, I'm gonna just show you guys how to put this brake pads on properly. So you want to put brake lubricant where all the metal touches, which here, and also in the back of, see where there's two dots, there's where the pistons come in contact with this plate. So you want to have brake lubricants right there and there, and here and here. Okay, when this goes on, you see the metal clip is spring loaded, so the brake pad, the back of the brake pad has to get in there. So you have to pull this clip back, push it back to be able to get it in properly. So to house it properly, and I'll show you. We'll show you in a little bit. Hey guys, almost done the passenger side too. So put a new rotor back on. Got the pads inserted both sides. Slid in very nice, easily, because I pushed the piston all the way back. Now, the brake pad sensors here, you can see both sides. You can slide in from the back from both sides. And here's and it goes back, connects to the main line here, this one. And I'm just putting it back, this 10mm bolt that keep all the wires, I guess, in the stable. And after that, I'm gonna, so this is a speed sensor, and it's pretty straightforward too. Just put it right back where it was. This you don't change. Snap, snap. Okay, that's solid. And we're almost done. Okay, to wrap this up, so everything's installed on both sides. I went in the car, do not turn engine on, but turn the accessory on, pump the brake. After pump brake, you feel it's loose at the beginning and then tight, and then you come out, check. You see this? You can feel the resistance. The pad is making contact with the rotor. It's good on this side, and the other side is the same thing. Okay, and make sure then that's the safety check. And a couple of things that I found useful during this process. This magnetic tree to collect all the bolts. That's I get for everything. You can see that bolts just stick on there, so you don't lose anything. Really helpful. A good brake cleaner. Safety. I have a floor jack on the front, and a couple of jack stands here. Some people like to put tires underneath, that's fine too. And impact screwdriver to loosen these two screws. You cannot screw them by hand. And that's it. The second side, the passenger side, was a lot faster, because this is my first time doing pads and rotors on any vehicle, actually. So if I can do it, you can do it. You may run into issues with not having the right tool, and just take your time, go to the local automobile or hardware store and get them. For example, I did not have this impact screwdriver before doing this job, and then I realized I need one. I was gonna strip the screw, then it cost me $20. It's well worth it. I think I need that later on for other jobs. So the second one took me maybe altogether, I'm slow, an hour and a half. And when I did the first one, it took me probably double, well over 2 hours. I was trying to figure out things in the process. You have to do this again. Probably an hour on each side. And then I take my time too. So there you go. Now I'm ready to put some wheels and go for a spin.